So one of the oddest things has happened that I've ever seen on Rotten Tomatoes. Sometimes you will have an embargo not lift until like the day before a movie comes out. Usually that's because the movie was pretty bad to begin with. The studio doesn't want audiences making their decisions 2 weeks ahead of time based off of bad reviews. That makes sense. But I have never seen it to where the audience reviews were kept under wraps until well after the movie was released. These screenshots I took were Friday night, the opening night of Snow White. It wasn't until halfway through Saturday morning that the audience reviews were publicized on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I don't know what has happened for sure. There could have been a glitch, but I highly doubt it, because if you watch my Mufasa review, I point out that I think there was a lot of cheating going on over at Disney. It would not surprise me if Disney mandated all the crew members to create accounts on Rotten Tomatoes and give the movie 5 stars. This is all alleged, but track with me, it makes sense. I wouldn't even be surprised if Disney outsourced this busy work overseas. It's very possible that horrible reviews were coming in on Rotten Tomatoes, and Disney wrote a check to Rotten Tomatoes, said, okay, we got to get our people to write some fake baloney reviews, hold off on the audience score. So then Disney gives the okay to Rotten Tomatoes, go ahead and release a score. Oh, 71% from the audiences. Great. Which isn't a bad score, but that's the problem. How is it that with most of these remakes, the critics hate a Disney film more than the audience? And for the critics to ever hate a Disney movie more than the general audience, there's something really fishy going on there. If you'll notice, toward the bottom of the audience reviews, that's when they start getting like 5 stars. Look how vague these are. Just like with the Mufasa movie, 5 stars. Loved the beautiful scenery. The actresses played their parts wonderfully. A fantastic remake of the story. So take that with a grain of salt. Listen to this next one. Loved the music and that it really kept with the story from the original movie. It was like every Disney movie magical. They're just getting more and more generic. Yeah, here's another one. Again, these are 3 5 stars in a row. I'm surprised for the negative reviews. I thought it was actually really good. The next one, 4.5 stars. Okay, very cute show based on Disney classic. Nobody who knows of Rotten Tomatoes would ever refer to a movie as a show. 5 stars, really well done. My kids and I enjoyed the retelling of the movie. Worth the money and happy my kids got to see it in theaters. Yeah, so no adult, no parent is waiting for their kids to see this in theaters. I would be happy if my kids saw the original Jurassic Park in theaters. I'd be happy if they saw Jaws, but Snow White is nothing that anybody's going to say, oh, I'm glad that I took my kids to see this in the theaters. It's not the worst film, but it's also not a film that you are going to cherish the memory of having seen it on the big screen. Here's some other, like, really high scores. 5 stars. Take the family and enjoy. Beautiful Disney production. This is not a beautiful film. Another one, 5 stars. Fantastic acting, special effects, and storyline. Anyone will enjoy this. Again, outsourced, right? Normally a person would give details backing up why they enjoyed the movie or hated the movie. Another 5 stars. It brought back so many memories. I loved it. What memories? The movie was fantastic. It was just what we needed in this crazy county. 5 stars. A wonderful movie with a true Disney spirit. I consider it the best Disney remake to date. It just goes on and on and on, as you see here on the screen. And again, these are like the very first reviews recorded on Rotten Tomatoes. And then what happens? Scroll up to the newer ones. Every person hates it. Again, I'm not saying it's the worst movie ever made. I'm just saying that this is what Disney does now. This is how desperate they are. So send a message to Disney. Stop letting them get away with the bare minimum. Stop letting them allow their actors to talk trash about you. Send the message by just not going to see it in theaters. If you have to see it, if you're so desperate to see the newest Disney movie, just wait like 1 second and it'll be available. Go see the new Looney Tunes movie. Show Warner Brothers that we want more movies like that. Show Hollywood that we want to go back to traditional, wacky cartoon animation. That stuff is fun. That's what the movies are for. The movies are not to rewatch something that's already been made. Alright guys, that's all I've got. I will see you in the next video.